Hi, my name is Zoe, and this is my dog Miso. A year ago, I decided to move to the countryside of Japan to pursue my dream of becoming a full-time artist. Here are snippets of my day-to-day life. I hope you enjoy. So just thought I'd do a little update. I've just been crocheting away here, and this is how far I've gotten on my project. My fingers are a little bit tired now, so I'm probably just gonna take a break for the rest of the day until tomorrow. But yeah, I reckon about like maybe one more block of the red row and I should be done. And then I want to leave space for like ribbing and a scarf. And you can see that even though it's kind of sitting at the back of my head here, the front doesn't necessarily reach, but I want to put like a ribbing here as well. So yeah, I'm just gonna wait until I get a bit more length and then it should start coming together. So this is just what it looks like at the moment. You can see there's that starting piece we had, and I'm just kind of growing around the sides here, starting to get a little bit long. So it's kind of like a pot plant holder or something without the front bit at the moment. So if you join this together, you could totally make it for like a pot plant or something. It would be pretty cute, bit funky, even if you did it in like acrylic or something. But yeah, this is it so far. My hand's sore, so I am calling it a day for today. Okay, so I've just finished crocheting the hood part of my bonnet. As you can see, that is the top square that we started with. And once again, I've literally just gone around, turn around, around, turn around until the length of this. And you can see it's made this lovely bonnet hood shape, but it has quite a nice shaping on the crown and it fits quite snug and nice on the head. The only thing is it is just a little bit short on the hairline, but I did that on purpose because I wanted to add like a little bit of a contrasting trim. Now I'm still not 100% sure on my colors, so I'm gonna do a little test piece, but just a little bit of update. I've just opened my third ball of the alpaca, so about a row and a half from the end of this I ran out. This is the almost the end of the first ball of the mohair, so I'm doing pretty well for my yarn at the moment. I haven't used a lot, and then this is what I've got left with the other two that I've been blocking the colors. It's like I've pretty much barely used those, so I kind of want to put like a darker thing. So I'm not sure if I want to go like red and brown or with a bit of orange in there. So yeah, I've got to do my test pieces, but first I just thought I'd try it on and let you guys see how it looks on me at the moment. So this is what we have so far. You can see it's kind of like at my jawline, the bottom of my chin here. You can see that this is kind of letting the hairline peek out, so I'm gonna add like a little bit and roll it over and kind of knit it to the other bottom side, so it's got like a super clean finish. But yeah, this is kind of it at the moment. So onto those test pieces. Miso's come, she wants to play. Can you play? Hmm? You're biting my finger. This toy is too small. Okay. Of course, for all of my people who are following along with this, just in case you are. Okay, Mrs. keeps trying to play here. Miso. We just gotta measure this and then we can play, alright? Just a minute. Alright, right. Just a minute. Please. Oi. Just a minute. 1 minute. Okay? Can you wait? Can you be good girl? Alright, so for anyone that is making this at home, I am gonna measure from this edge all the way around. Like so. Okay.
Alright, so it's basically, if you can see here, it's 60 centimeters for this entire loop that sits around the face. So if you want to make it until that is your length around the face circumference here, like that. So from here all the way around to here, this is where your neck will be, and that's the back of your head. So as long as you get that to 60 centimeters, and I have a look what it's like this way. So from here we got so we've got 41.5 centimeters on the neck. So if you make yours to similar dimensions, it should work out pretty similar here. So we've just got a bit of an update on the hat now. I have just started doing a little sample. I did it with the brown. I have this leftover from my first beanie, and it's pretty much the same color as this mohair. So I want to put like a contrast because I didn't want it to be black, but yeah, I think it will just kind of bring it together. First off, I did it with the mohair, but it just was a little bit too red and a little bit too busy. So if I put that, I don't know, I just wasn't feeling it like this. I just thought it was just a bit too busy. So I did like another bit, and you'll see I've just kind of done it every few stitches rather than every stitch, and I've done it with the mohair. So I'm gonna do it like that, and it should, I'm just gonna put this here, so it should just kind of, oh, here we go, should just kind of go like that, or that, if that is easier to see. There we go. So it should just kind of go like that, which I'm quite happy with. I might even do some little orange specks through there too. But I'm also like, just in my intuition, it tells me to kind of downsize on my needle. So it's not wanting to focus. Anyway, I'm doing a 6mm needle at the moment, so I'm going to downsize to like 5.5 just to do the ribbing around here and see how I go next. I just done half of this, and because it's not in the same way that we were crocheting, I've just had to kind of like find a hole to stick it through and make this row, which was where I was going to start doing some like ribbing or something, but I actually really quite like just this thin little detail, so it's not too much, but it's not enough. But I need to check and see on my head to see if it covers enough before, otherwise I might have to add another row or two. But yeah, I think I might just leave it plain on the bit around the head, and then in the scarf that I'm gonna put here is where I can weave all those like little speckles and stuff in, so that should be fun. And I just wanted to show you guys what I mean. So as you can see, well, this one just kind of does have a loop, so I can put it through there and just pull it through, and I've got that one. But when I get to here, you can see it's just kind of like a knot there, so I've just been kind of going through that next loop and doing that, and the next one, and doing that, and the next one, and just keep on going like that around whichever hole is kind of closest to the top there, and then that will give you your row and you'll be on your way. And this is exactly what I did when I went around that first bit at the top edge as well. I forgot to film it, so if you are following along, sorry. But honestly, you don't need to, like, a lot of the time with projects, it's like I used to stunt myself in the past because I thought I wasn't doing it the right way. But what is the right way? Like, if it works, it works, and if it doesn't, it doesn't. So who cares about being right or wrong, you know? Anyway, that is the first row here done. So I'm just gonna try it on now. See how we go here. Maybe I need to take my glasses off. Alright, I do also have like, oh shit, have I just pulled it? Oh, I have. Alright, hold that thought. So this is what it looks like. I definitely think I'm gonna need at least 2 or 3 more rows. I kind of want it to come to about here. So I'm gonna get to that and we'll check back in a minute. Okay, so we are 2 rows in, but I kind of just gotta think about how this scarf is gonna come in, because I've got this here, right? But if the scarf is gonna pull and attach like this, then this bit's gonna get pushed back a bit. So I'm thinking that, yeah, I probably need like, where's my little measuring tape? I'll move if I just hold this together with this crochet hook. There we go, problem solved. So I'm actually gonna need, because that's gonna sit about there, but I definitely want it to go from here, I would say about to here. So I'm gonna have to do it quite low anyways. So I need another 3 to 4 centimeters of width. So I'm guessing I'm gonna have quite a few rows to do. So I'm gonna get to that. Okay, so I've had a change of plan, like always. So yesterday I planned out that sample, you guys saw it on the camera, I did it there with you. But then I decided to go this other road, which was to make this kind of brown edging. And I really liked it when it was just 1 row. But then I realized it wasn't going to be big enough for the placement I wanted on my head. So I actually just kind of left it because my hand was starting to get quite sore yesterday and I just couldn't continue crocheting because of that. And I've actually just come up with this new idea, and this is usually kind of what happens with me when I'm doing projects, which is why I like to have like 3 on the go at the same time. So sometimes I like to just put them aside and let the idea brew on itself kind of naturally. As I was saying, for me personally, I never really think of these ideas by myself, but not in the way that you think. I kind of see myself just as this channel for creativity, and I get these like intuitive flashes that come to me with like a picture of what I want to make, and yeah, it's very like otherworldly. I do have my Sun and my Mercury in the 12th house, so that could explain it. But yeah, I just have these like intuitive downloads of what the project should look like or the vision for it, and that's kind of like my connection with source that I have. So like I was trying so hard to think about how to do the brim of this bonnet the other day, and I was thinking and just like nothing good was really coming to me. And then I made those samples and I still really wasn't that impressed. And yeah, this is why I like to have 2, 3, sometimes even 4 projects on the go, because sometimes I just need to like put it aside for long enough that until I get that next download for my project, because yeah, I'm like a very intuitive creator and all of my projects happen on very like non-linear paths until I've refined the idea enough to then kind of like recreate it in a similar but not completely exactly the same way. So with my easy pants and stuff like that, that idea was refined over a year of wearing and testing until I really liked the way that I was weaving on those pockets. And yeah, it's kind of like really cool how that happened to me. But yeah, with this bonnet for example, so I tried the sample and I wasn't liking it, and then it was either last night when I was in the sauna or this morning when I woke up, and I just had this flash of an idea because the brown was getting like really heavy and intense, and I thought, what if I do this kind of like blanket stitch detail on the edge of it in the red orange that I've done the colour of the little like dot splotch pattern, because I'm gonna eventually brush it out anyways. But yeah, I just thought that would be like quite a nice detail and just break up the heaviness of the brown, because yeah, it did get quite heavy there and just wasn't quite enjoying it. But I do need like a little bit more just so it doesn't sit like right on my hairline in a weird spot. So yeah, I had that kind of intuitive download come to me, so I'm just gonna start trying it out now. And I think I need either like 1 or 2 more rows of this edging to be done. So yeah, we should see how it goes. But yeah, even with my hat, I have another, so I usually get about 50 to 80% through a project, and then the next download comes to me. So this is like another thing, if you're someone that is creatively blocked, it's probably just because you haven't acted on any of the ideas that you've already had. And so you've got so many that are just like, please pick me, wait for me, I'm waiting to be chosen. And then you can't get any new ideas come through because you haven't made any action or any progress on the ideas that have already come to you. And this is something I used to struggle with personally, but now I just go ahead with any idea that I am slightly interested. Obviously I go for the most interested one that I find, but yeah, it's just really cool because I always find when I'm like 50 to 80% done in the project, then the next idea will like come to me. And yeah, sometimes you do need to put the project aside for a little while if you're not sure how to continue with it. And a lot of artists as well, painters, will do that. And for like 6 months to a year, they'll put the painting away and start a new one and stuff. Because yeah, it's just like you're just waiting on that next kind of instruction from the divine. So I just find myself as like a channel for source with all my creative projects and ideas. I don't feel like I think of them myself. Like, that would be great, but I'm not that amazing. It's all just from source. So I'm just the channel here picking up the messages. I'm sure other people are doing it in the same way. Maybe they're not, maybe nobody else makes it like this, but this is my personal connection with the divine that I love. And yeah, I just think it's so cool to get these like flashes. Like at the moment, so I'm making this bonnet and I'm making 2 other like baseball cap kind of hat things that we've been working on. And I've already got this flash for the next baseball cap, which is going to be a completely hand woven piece. And I'm going to have to make my own little hand loom thing out of like a plyboard and some nails. So stay tuned for that. We're going to make that together and it's going to be really cool. And hopefully it works out. But I just got the vision for that once I finished weaving the fabric for both the other hats. So it's essentially just like that. It just builds and builds and builds. So if you're someone that's like creatively blocked, just go and make something, anything. It doesn't have to be great, but you just need to start getting your ideas in motion. Otherwise, they're just gonna block up and not eventuate into anything, and that's why you have a creative block. So just do something, anything. You don't have to think of it as something that needs to sell or be great. You just need to get moving, and that is kind of like the main thing. Alrighty, so this was the vision. I ended up doing this kind of like, well, it's not like a blanket stitch, but if you look closely in the row before the red, I put these little red just spikes in here. I just thought it would kind of integrate it nicer than just having a red strip here. But the most amazing part, so I did not count how many stitches I have. As you know, I am an intuitive crocheter and I never plan my things, I just go with the flow. But I just kind of thought in my mind, what if I do 3 stitches between each red? And I went to do that, and I did 2 of them already on this side. Well, this is the side I started. So I did 2 of them already, and then I just checked, and there were actually 4 brown stitches in between. So I went, alright, I guess I'm doing 4 then. And it ended up working out to be the exact right number. So maybe sauce intervened. I don't know, but it's definitely looking a lot better now. It definitely broke up the brown, and I'm actually brushing this one out, so it does look a little bit crazy at the moment, but when it gets brushed out, it generally looks way better. So now that I've finished that bit, of course I'm going to measure it for you guys, just in case you are following along and making your own little bonnet. So let's get the measuring tape out now. Okay, so as you can see, we have added about 3.5 centimeters, but if you look closely, those stitches that I had to just put into whichever hole I could find, it's actually about 4 centimeters if you include that. So if you extend your bonnet by about 3.5 to 4 centimeters, or even if you just pop it on your head and see if you like where it's sitting and extend your rows until there, then you'll have an awesome bonnet. So now that the main kind of hood part is done, I wanted to add this kind of scarf element here. But now that I've done this, I'm kind of more thinking maybe I'll keep it to the original idea, which is ribbing and then just kind of like a little tie-up thing. I'm not sure if I want such a bulky scarf on a pattern that is this busy and crazy. So again, I'm gonna put this aside and get stuck into my next kind of projects. And yeah, I think this one needs another bit of a rest and another bit of a time in the incubator until Sauce tells me what to do next. So I'm just going to put this aside for now, and that'll be that. And just a little image of what it looks like on my head. So the back is kind of sitting quite low on my shoulder, but you can see it finally just gets rid of that bit that was kind of showing my hairline there. And if I do kind of hold it close together, so when it will have the tie attached to it, it'll look something like that. And yeah, wow, this red just makes it pop so nicely and just kind of breaks up the brown a little bit. So super happy that we ended up doing that, and I think it just ties in all the little pattern and everything much nicer as well. So yeah, we're just gonna leave this one in the incubator for a bit longer before I figure out what I want to do with this neck.